Good morning. Hey, everyone. Oh, gotta get the glasses right. Oh, my light's not on. I almost forgot my light. All right. So let's see what's going on this morning. Okay. RUBI. Popping up already. Oops. I was playing with one of the studies. Remove all studies. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look. Low float. Volume over. Hard to borrow. VRAX. Traded that yesterday. Let's see, low float, 10 million gappers. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see, is there news? RUBI, no news. All right. Good morning. Okay, so let's see. We're just looking. I'm going to check and see. Let's see. How is the stock market doing today? That's always kind of, let's check. Let's see how things are going today. Okay, stock futures are pointing to a lower open again. Okay. Oil prices remain high. US 10-year Treasury around 4.6. From Ethiopia. Wow, welcome. Welcome to the channel, Haley. What time is it in Ethiopia? Thanks. Okay, so let's see. I'm just looking at Forex Factory to see if there's any news. See what's popping up today. BLRX. Let's take a look. BLRX. Okay, these are all in my price range. BLRX. Okay, they announced that New preclinical data that further supports the recently initiated phase 1 of 2A clinical trial. Okay, so it has good news, and but it's already making a round trip. So big red candle. Okay. Okay, so do you trade, so you trade pre-market or do you trade the market open? Okay, so BLRX making a round trip already. Not really interested in that. AMST. Let's see, VRAX. VRAX is running up again. This is one that I traded yesterday. So again, let's see, it's hard to borrow. And I have been trading since February of 2025, but I've only been live streaming and I started my channel about 2 months ago. So I'm still a new trader. All right, so VRAX is popping up. I'm going to look and see. So yesterday it closed around 24, so it's definitely more than 10% up over yesterday's close. So how long have you been trading, Haley? So this is pretty low for me, 30 cents a share. Oh, okay. On Forex. Okay. I'm interested in currencies, but I have to get good at this first. So I'm mostly trading, I'm doing momentum trading on stocks. Pre-market, mostly small cap. And after the market opens, I'm looking for opening range breakouts on, well, pretty much anything, but I'm open at that point to mid and large caps. So you can't read the chart. Wait a minute. Oh, you can't read the chart? Is that a little bit better? Okay, so here we have a bull flag pullback. I didn't get the breakout on this, but I can look for another one. But I'm going to take BLRX off the list. AMST. It's pretty much a downward trend. VRAX is getting a ton of volume already today because of the price. Okay, so we started around the same time. So we've got a topping tail here, a lot of topping tails. Okay, so I'm going to put on the 1 minute here. Yeah, a lot of topping tails here. So let's see, what else is popping up? I've got, let's see. AMST. No, we already looked at that one. MTVA. Let's see, pre-market high. Trending down. So we had a pullback here. Another pullback. So I'm going to look, I think I'm going to watch RUBI. Let's take a look here. I'm going to see, I'm going to take a look at the daily chart. There are windows. Back to, I don't have Instagram or social media for my trading account. Just the YouTube channel. We have a community chat. You can post in the community chat. But I don't do Instagram or anything like that. I do have an email that you can contact me, trade.with.raven@gmail.com. But you can also, if you have a question or a comment, it would be really helpful to post it in the community chat, because if you have a question, then I'm sure some of my other viewers have the same question or comment. So if you go to my community link, it's working now, so you can leave a post in the community section. Okay. Oh, awesome. XAU, that's gold futures, right? Or spot gold. That's spot gold? That's awesome. I do invest in gold long term. It's Trade with Raven, trade.with.raven. But if you have a question or a comment, it would be great if you could put it in the community chat, you know? Education purpose. Okay, thank you. Yeah, trading only. Okay, so GIPR. Let's take a look at GIPR. Okay, so I'm looking mostly for the the setups that I'm looking for right now are bull flag pullbacks, flat top breakouts, high of day breakouts. Those are the setups that I generally look for. don't usually trade penny stocks, but I don't know. I mean, of course there would be a topping tail here because of a reversal, but this doesn't look super clean to me right now. No, I don't. Hi Flip Flop. I don't trade all day. I only trade, well, I live stream from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then sometimes I trade till 11, but I don't necessarily live stream. And then sometimes I jump on to trade after hours. But so you can just subscribe to the channel, or right now, because I'm small, you can just subscribe to the channel, but you can post in the community tab. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you can post in the community tab. I'm really hoping people start using the community tab and start sharing information. So, but that's it right now. I'm still really small. So yeah, so I don't trade all day. I do, yep. So, but I do sometimes hop on like after market, or because I have other commitments during my day. But also I feel like after a couple of hours, I need to take a break mentally. You know, it's a lot to sit here all day. I'm impressed that some people can sit here all day. I feel like my ability to see setups really degrades. So let's see, WNW. Let's take a look. WNW. This looks like a reversal off the low. I must have been watching this another day. So yeah, that's probably below VWAP. Okay, so it's funny that it's not showing the high of day. It's real choppy. RUBI is, you know, really low float, but the price action's choppy. Let me fix my, yeah. I haven't tried Forex yet. I would like to do Forex. Many years ago when I got my master's in business back in 2002, I thought Forex sounded awesome. At the time, you had to like go to Chicago and trade at the Chicago Board of Trade, or have a broker. But now, you know, starting last year. So I really never got into it. I tried day trading and swing trading over the years, you know, when E-Trade came out and things like that. But since last year, February 2025, I started looking into day trading, and I was paper trading up until July. In July, I started using real money. I'm still not consistently profitable. I am learning. I'm a beginner. So just full disclosure, I'm a beginner. Oh, flip flop. That's great. Full time since really, I'm so impressed. That's my goal. 100%. I have noticed though that like as I progress, at first I only did 1 hour a day. And it was a little bit, that even that was like a lot. And then I gradually increased it. And in November, I started committing to sitting down every day from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so that really helped. The only reason I'm stopping at 10 a.m. is because I do a daily recap and I get some other stuff done. I have other commitments during the day. And so I would like to make this my full-time gig. That's my plan. So thank you for the inspiration. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not ready to dip into Forex just yet. I'm not ready to get into Forex just yet. I want to lock down day trading first. And then once I get solid at momentum trading and consistently profitable, then I will, look into other things. I feel like one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So yeah, so yeah, my goal is to, once I get consistently profitable, I would like this for me to be my full-time thing. So flip-flop, do you trade like the regular market hours, pre-market, all the way through to aftermarket? Like, how do you do that? That's a long day. All right, so RUBI is kind of, I thought maybe a pullback here, but no. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. GIPR, that looks very choppy to me. VRAX, I traded that. I think I took a red trade on that yesterday. WNW, this looks like it's on the back side of the move. It hit a high here of 12. I mean, WNW, yep. So do any of these have news? Yeah, I would love to kind of get my trading muscles flexed to the point where I can, really trade more and take advantage of the opportunities that are out there. So I wouldn't have taken this pullback because it pulled back almost to the bottom of this move, although that's a nice P&L, you know. Let's see, I'm gonna look at the daily chart. So there's a window to 38 cents, but it's so hard with penny stocks. I'm only trading 100 shares. It needs to make a pretty big move. So it looks like a breakout of high of day. We'll see if it holds. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. I'm like, that's a little bit better. I mean, I do hop on other times of the day, for sure. Sometimes you get big moves like in the middle of the day, which is supposed to be the dead zone, right? So what I've been doing is trading small cap momentum stocks in the pre-market. And then at market open, I've been practicing opening range breakouts on pretty much everything, including mid and large cap. So, okay, so looks like it's kind of confirming above that level. This is a little, I don't know. I don't really trade penny stocks very often. Well, so that's not that bad. And that's really, that would be very doable for me. I just have other commitments during the afternoon and evenings because I do work sometimes in the evening, and I also do some other stuff in the afternoon. So it would be nice if I could trade, say, till noon and then maybe hop on in the afternoon, like late afternoon sometimes. So, hey, James, good morning. No trades in RUBI. I was watching it for a while. And I saw this pull back off the high, and then it kind of, when I saw these big red candles, I was like, eh. So, I mean, I like this price range because I feel like you can get, 20 cents a share pretty easily. Like this one was pretty good. Did you get any trades on RUBI? Did you trade RUBI at all? I mean, this one here, I probably wouldn't have taken this one because of this big red candle. Because it dropped almost the length of this candle. So right now I'm looking at GIPR, which has a 5 million shares outstanding. So I used to use Warrior trading scanners because I'm not consistently profitable. I put a pause on that. I'm using Zendu thanks to one of my viewers. I don't know, it might have been you, James, or it might have been HG. Someone suggested Zendu. I've been using them. And it's working out great. And I set up some scanners on Thinkorswim as well. So that's been pretty good too. Yeah, I set up some of my own scanners on Thinkorswim, which I used to do before I used Warrior Trading Scanners. So if I get consistently profitable, I will revisit that. But flip-flop, I'm scared to short stocks. I think that is an advanced trader move. And well, you've been trading for a long time, so that's great. So for those of you on my live stream who have been trading for a long time, like flip-flop, any wisdom you can impart to us newbies is greatly appreciated. Right now I'm trading with a very stripped down layout, just the level 2, the tape, and the chart because I had too many indicators on there and I wasn't really looking at price action. I wasn't looking at the volume on the tape. I wasn't looking at the right stuff. So, kind of simplified my trading for a little bit until I really start to lock in on those 3 things. Also, full disclosure, I have been up since 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. So, yeah, I was playing with Weeble this morning because with Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, you can only start trading at 7. Oh, yeah, I've heard that you can do that on Discord. I think you can add images to, yeah, I'm not big enough yet for that, but I think you can add images to the community. Let me check. Sorry, I have too many windows open right now. If you go on, let me see. Go on my channel here. If you click on the community button at the top, you should be able to post. You can post images on there, I think. Yep, you can post images. So if you go to the community tab, you can post images, but I'm not really big enough for a Discord yet. Yeah, right, Scooter. I was like, why am I up so early? Ricardo, what are you looking at? You are looking at a new trader live streaming small cap momentum stocks. So that's what we're doing here. And I am just looking at some of the top movers and gappers today. This one's kind of bouncing off a low. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. No, I trade, Haley, I trade small, in the pre-market, I trade small cap momentum stocks. And then once the market opens, I open it up to other things like large and mid cap. And I'm kind of expanding a little bit at the market open. At the market open, I'm looking for opening range breakouts, and I'm reducing my share size to 1 to 10 shares when I do that because I'm still practicing that setup. Today, I haven't taken any trades. I'm not consistently profitable yet. I'm learning. Okay, so I'm learning in public, Ricardo. Learning in public. So you guys are getting to see the real live learning process here. No, I'm still learning. I won't really consider myself beyond a beginner until I'm consistently profitable. I mean, isn't that the very definition of you know, not being a beginner anymore? So, you know, it takes as long as it takes, right? Until I get it. But I'm a very persistent person. And hold on a second, I'm going to grab a book because we were talking about these books yesterday and I found one of the books that I meant to show you guys. Okay, so I was saying, you know, I'm a new trader. I'm learning, and this is one of my favorite books, The Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkin. One of our viewers yesterday, Wayne, he was like, he met him, I guess, at a signing. But anyway, this book I've used to learn so many other things. I was an amateur athlete and I coach athletes. So this is one of my favorite books for learning, and I'm using it to help me with the mental side of trading. And this is my other book. These are non-trading books. I also am reading, obviously, books about trading, of course, but these are books that are not more about the mental side. Don't Shoot the Dog is basically behavioral modification training for pets, but it's excellent in terms of modifying your own behavior. So, you know, when I'm modifying my behavior to improve with trading, that's definitely one of the things I'm using, one of those books. Yeah, Forex seems hard. I mean, I would love to try it, but I want to get good at what I'm doing first. Yeah, there's a lot of volume in Forex. There's a woman that I've been following on YouTube. Let me see if I can find her. She does Forex. She's in England. Let me see where, mindfully trading. I watch her videos sometimes. Mindfully trading. This is a real account, but if I have 3 red trades in a row, I switch to paper trading. I'm out for the day with real money. So that's I have a timeout schedule. Okay, I have a timeout schedule. So if I have one red trade, I take a 15-minute break. If I have 2 red trades, I take a 30-minute break. And if I have 3 red trades, and I mean in a row consecutively, if I have 3 red trades consecutively, then I am out for the day. And if I haven't hit 10 o'clock yet, I switch to paper trading. So yeah, I mean, I try new stuff on paper trading, like brand new stuff I try on paper trading. You know, if I'm practicing something like a new hotkey or practicing something, um, or I'll just trade with one share. Because on Thinkorswim, it's not easy to toggle between the paper trading and real trading. So on Thinkorswim, look at GIPR is running up, guys. I just don't like all the topping tails. It's like choppy to me. So I'm not loving that. So I either paper trade or trade with like one share, you know? Yeah, so I paper traded last year from February to July. I paper traded so March, April, May, June, July. So like I keep saying 3 months, but it was more like 4 or 5 months. And then in July last year, I switched to real money. I should have paper traded longer last year for sure. Um, and I was trading with larger share size and then I reduced it. I'm trading with 100 shares right now. I was trading with 500, but I had 2 big losses that exceeded my daily loss limit. So I reduced my share size down to 100 shares. So in order for me to scale back up to 150 shares, I have to meet certain criteria. I've got pretty strict criteria for myself in order to be able to scale up. I mean, honestly, if I'm not succeeding at 100 shares, I have no business trading at 150 shares. Honestly. So right now, I'm just trading at 100 shares. I'm located in New England in the United States. Yep, I'm outside of Boston. I use Thinkorswim because I am a new trader and they are commission free. You know, I'm not like a big trader. Like I'm a warrior wannabe. I follow Ross Cameron. That's how I got started. He's been my inspiration for trading. So of course I'm starting with small cap momentum. But yes, so I don't have, I can't afford commissions right now. So I'm using Thinkorswim. Which honestly I like. I've been trying to get used to Webull and I just, like this morning, I was trying to get used to it. I just don't like it. But I want to be able to trade starting at 4 a.m. so that when I travel, because I do travel. Well, if I don't see anything to trade, Ricardo, I'm not going to trade. I'm not liking anything that's on the scanners, right? So some days I sit here for 3 hours and there are no trades. You know, I'm only going to trade if I see something that I really like. You know, I've had no trade days. I'm sure all of you who are trading regularly have no trade days, you know. Like look at RUBI, RUBI. You know, that doesn't make any sense. GIPR is trading, it's trending upward, but I don't like the choppiness with all the topping tails. So, yeah, I'm not going to trade if I don't see something that meets my criteria and that I like. You know, I hope you don't. I hope you don't trade something that doesn't meet your criteria, you know. Well, right here, GIPR, right? It's choppy. I don't like all the topping tails. It is trending upward, of course, but also being under $1, um, it has to make a much bigger move in order for me to make like 5 or 10 cents a share. So I don't generally trade stocks under $1. However, this is one of the biggest movers right now. So VRAX, I traded that yesterday, but again, you know, it looks like it's on the back side of the move. I only want to trade the front side of the move, so that's not going to work for me. WNW, obviously, almost making a complete round trip. So, yeah, I mean, sorry, some of it is just waiting, right? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just waiting. I've had, like I said, days where I don't take any trades, days where I take one trade, two trades. Yesterday I did six or seven trades, but I that was a lot for me. I've been trading less and less each day. The more I trade, the less trades I'm taking each day. I think it's because my standard is getting higher. And I think it should be. I mean, some traders only take one trade a day, you know? We're not in control of what pops up in the market. I wish I was. Yeah, GIPR is honestly the biggest mover right now, but I'm not liking the topping tails. And of course, now this is definitely not a bull flag pullback anymore. This is now, it looks like the shorts are maybe putting pressure, heading downward, or some kind of a sell off. So, yeah, I'm looking at the scanners. I'm not really seeing much on there today. You know, futures are pointing down, I guess. So I don't think that that's going to help with small cap momentum today. Just kind of looking at some of the news out there. I'm looking at Forex Factory to see what news is out there. Just kind of checking that out. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Flip Flop. See you later. Oh, I'll check that out. Thank you. Yeah. Herb, thank you. I will check that out. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Weeble, the setup. And I know he said that he thinks that he did a whole video on like comparing the different commission-free brokers, I think, with like speed of execution and all of that stuff. And he said Weeble was the one to go with, but I'm just struggling to get used to the layout. I don't like it. Ricardo, which one? Which stock would you have taken the trade on? Put that in the chat so I can see which stock you're talking, which ticker you're talking about. Oh, Bitcoin? Well, I do trade Bitcoin, but I trade it more long term. So I don't day trade Bitcoin. You know, and of course I was hoping it would break 85 because I was going to take a little bit of profit off the table. But right now, let's see, on Coinbase, it's trading at $76,644. So, yeah, I trade Bitcoin long term. Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that later, Haley. I'm in the middle of the live stream, but thank you. Yeah, again, I know you don't like the books, but the Bitcoin Standard, I read that twice. I have a copy of that as well, and that's a very good book that explains sort of the fundamentals of how Bitcoin works and why it's different than other crypto. And it really kind of explains it in the context of like, you know, sort of the history of currency, starting with gold and all of that. So, no, I mean, well, it's relative, right? It depends on what you're holding for Bitcoin. But I don't day trade Bitcoin. I only hold it for the long term. I guess you could say I'm swing trading it, but not really. Yeah, those were good days. Let's see. Oh, we have something else that popped up. Let me just take a look here. Wow, a lot of penny stocks like are popping up. Let's see. HOTH. There is news. So let me see what the news is. Okay, it says that they plan to rebrand as Rocket One Inc. and restructure its operations to focus on artificial intelligence infrastructure, semiconductor technologies, and ultra-low power AI computing through a newly formed, wholly owned subsidiary. Okay. So they're going to rebrand. And that is partly what's driving the news. Let's see. The float is under 20, well, the shares outstanding, which is different than the float, is under 20 million. It's hard to borrow. Okay. It's got over 500,000 in volume. It's definitely gapped up over the previous day's close. Let's see. So I'll keep an eye on this one, maybe look for a bull flag pullback, which is what I like to trade, you know. All right, so we've got the beginnings of a pullback. I'm going to look at the daily chart and see where, okay, look at that. So we have a window up to 81 cents and then another window up to $1.19. So this has potential to go up, but look at this. It's made a complete round trip. So I won't trade that. All right. Flip flop. You're like, I'm literally trying to leave. Well, I was going to look for a bull flag pullback on HOTH. However, I won't trade this now because it pulled back all the way back to the beginning of the move, more than 50% of the move. And these long red candles, I don't like that. So I won't trade that. I thought it had good news, but ooh, okay. Flip flop, keep us posted. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you found shares to borrow and you're looking to do that if it hits. So you have to secure the shares now, right? And then you can start, you don't have to, do you have like a window in which you have to start shorting, or? Because I have a rudimentary understanding of shorting. Like I took all the classes that Ross Cameron has in his basics and advanced class on shorting, because I think it's important to understand shorting to understand the long side. But I'm curious. I get one heart. Thanks. Thanks, Ricardo. Yeah, I'm looking for pretty basic setups. I'm looking for bull flag pullbacks, flat top breakouts, which to me look like a lot like a bull flag pullback, but just kind of flatlining. And yesterday I traded 4 high of day breakouts. But yeah, I'm looking for pretty basic setups because I'm a new trader. And at the market open, I'm looking for the opening range breakout. So here, okay, yeah, I wouldn't trade this. I'm taking this off the table because, but I'm going to keep it on my chart because I want to see what happens with flip-flop and shorting. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's see. All right, let's go down our list and see what is going on with each stock. I mean, GIPR, this looks like the back side of the move to me. And it's also under $1. HOTH, that is, it made a round trip. So that's not something I would be interested in trading to the long side. RUBI, this is kind of trending down, sideways down. Let's see. VRAX, same thing, trending down. WNW. I'm just going to take that off my list. Okay. So I don't know. It's pretty quiet this morning. I'm thinking, I see a lot of people in the chat, so I'm thinking it's quiet because people aren't trading much. Yeah, I really don't see anything going on today, honestly. VRAX, I think I traded that yesterday. Yeah. HOTH, what a disappointment. I was really hoping it had news, right? Exclusive. It had exclusive news, guys. No news on GIPR, no news on RUBI. VRAX said, let's see, what's going on with VRAX? I feel like the news, the overnight news wasn't really that interesting to me. Okay, so yeah, these are like the backside of the move. I mean, I'm just gonna have to be patient and wait for something to show up. It's pretty dead out there. Legos, you just woke up. Good morning. Hey, Lee, no, I'm using Thinkorswim through Charles Schwab. That's the broker. Yep. So, guys, I'm not really seeing much popping up today. However, I'm looking to possibly trade some stuff at the market open. But we'll see what happens. GIPR, wow. Yeah, there's really not much going on. Let's see. Kind of a slow day. No, that's just kind of looking. Let's look at the S&P 500. All right, we'll look at the daily chart first. Of course, this doesn't show today's action, right? Because it only shows, the daily chart only shows price action between regular market hours. But it looks like there's a pullback happening with the S&P 500. So let's see. I'm going to put the 5-minute chart on to look at this. So yesterday it closed up here, 738. The low is 733. It's trending lower than what it closed at yesterday. The broker is Thinkorswim. So here, I'll put it in the chat. Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim through Charles Schwab. Yep. Hey, Wayne. Wayne, you've got me hooked on silver. So, and it turns out that you can do a pivot point. There's a study for pivot points on Thinkorswim. So if I do decide to go the pivot points route, it has a study for that, because I looked this up yesterday, last night. Let's see, edit studies, add study. So there we go. See at the bottom here, pivot points right here. See? Pivot points. So so I can do the pivot points right on the chart if I decide to go that route. So yeah, I've been really kind of watching silver. It's definitely I've been watching SLV, so thank you for that. So I've invested in precious metals as a long-term investor for a while now. And like physical precious metals, like actual pieces of gold and silver. And so I've followed gold and silver for years. And I'm interested in definitely trading precious metals. Oh, we have something popping up. Okay, AMIX. Okay, the float's under 20 million. It's got volume already. I don't see news though. This is from yesterday. But it does have news from yesterday. It's gapping up like crazy. Gonna look at it on the daily chart. Okay, it does go up past $1 on the daily chart. So I'm potentially interested. We've got a high here. Oops, let me put my other. Got a high here at 47 cents. Looks like it's pulling back. So I'm really practicing watching level 2 and time and sales. Yesterday, I only had the tape and the chart up. I didn't even have level 2 up. I was just really going pretty simple. Oh, I saw a $30,000 sell order. Yeah, no. Too big of a red candle for me. But it's interesting to watch. Oh, thanks, Wayne. Yeah, like I said, gold and silver, I was thinking about gold futures when I get to the point where I'm ready to trade futures. But I like SLV because of the liquidity, and it has enough daily range that I could trade it every day, which is probably why you do that. So yeah. Oh my, round trip. Wow. Okay. AMIX. I don't know. Flip flop, where are you at? You shorting? Are you shorting this? Flip flop, are you driving this down? Oh, hey, John. QQQ. I don't trade QQQ, but let's take a look. Let's see. QQQ. But of course, that's a really popular one, a huge benchmark. Oh, wait, Ruby's making a move. Oh, look at that. It broke out. I wasn't watching. And it broke out. But will it break over this level? See, I would wait for it to confirm above this level before I would get in. Because that seems to be a level of resistance, right? So I would wait to see if this pops up. I missed this move. I love hearing about all the things that you are all watching and trading. I mean, I love it because there's so many ways to do this. There's not just one right way. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get in unless it broke over. So look at that, right under 5, that whole dollar resistance. So I guess I would look for a break over 5. Here's 5. Yep. So I think I would look for a break over the whole dollar here at 5. So John, is that what do you trade QQQ? Let's take a look. Well, it looks like it's tapping. Yeah, it looks like it's tapping 699 down here, point of resistance. So I'm looking at a break of 5. Oh, look at that. It just tapped 5. It just tapped 5 right there, just right there. But I would want to see it like confirm above that level. FIG. Let's see, what's FIG? So FIG, that's a little bit pricier for me. I'm trading right now under $10 a share to reduce my risk. I have traded stocks much higher, but I'm trading at a lower price point right now because I'm trying to reduce my risk and just get consistently profitable. Oh, there you go. So wait, Aligos and John, you need to have a conversation. You could start one in the community chat. So John, Aligos wants to learn QQQ. We've got a potential learning opportunity here. You guys can connect. Hi, GQ Mustache. Welcome. We have a big group today. All right, so I'm looking at RUBI, thinking if it breaks above 5 and holds, then I might get in for a break of the whole dollar. Let's see, MBIO. What's that all about? A lot of penny stocks. Ooh, yuck. Okay. So I feel like I'm already an hour into my trading session and I haven't taken any trades yet. I just haven't seen anything that really looks good to me. But I think that RUBI is going to try to make a break over $5. $491, $488. Up. So this would be a break over the whole dollar. There we go. Okay. I got a break over the whole dollar. I probably got out way too early. But honestly, I've had a real run of bad luck lately, guys. So I probably got out too early. But I got 10 cents a share. I got 12 cents a share. So GQ Mustache, I'm mostly tracking small cap momentum stocks. Lower float, not necessarily low float. I will trade things with a higher float, but I want to see certain volume levels. And I'm mostly right now, I stripped a lot of the indicators off my chart recently because I felt like I was being extremely distracted by that. And I'm focusing on price action, the tape, and level 2. So I also write down what I did in my paper journal. I'm going to import my transactions to TraderView, which is what I use to track my transactions. But today is Tuesday the 19th. But I just write notes so that when I log my entries in TraderView, I can, oh, thanks, Aligos. Yeah, that felt good. I was watching that for a while. So I'm going to call this whole dollar breakout. Okay. And honestly, I think I got out too early, but I hit my minimum target. And so that's good. So I will show you guys what I do. I take and I export. Okay. And then I go to TraderView. And whoops, I got to sign in. Just logging into my TraderView. Okay, so here I will import my trades. Those are my trades from yesterday. Import my trade. Okay, and let me see. Today, I'm going to select today. So this puts my trade in for the day. RUBI, my initial risk, I was risking 10 cents a share. So I was risking $10, and then I'm going to put my tag in. This is a, let's see, break over the whole $0.50, and I really don't think I saw an exit indicator. So I'm going to say I hit my first target and sold. No exit indicators used. All right. And that's how I'm tracking my trades, guys. I use TraderView. QUCY, did it run up? I think I took a trade on QUCY. Why didn't it? QUCY. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you swing trade, John. Hi, Glenn. No, I've only been trading for 2 months. I've only been live streaming for 2 months. I've been trading since February 2025, but I'm still a beginner. This is a learning in public channel. So no, I just started 2 months ago. I'm a new live streamer, and I'm mostly trading small cap momentum pre-market, and then at the market open. Right now I'm practicing my opening range breakouts. Oh, of course. I would sleep through my alarms too. Right. You're in a different time zone. Thank you. I am trying to, trying to make it work here. So far today, I only have my one trade. However, when it executed, it sold it in 2 increments, but at the same price. I got filled at I got 89 shares filled at 520 and 89 shares filled. So let me look at that. I'm curious. So in Trader View, I can go into the trade and I can go down and it will show me the actual fill prices. Okay, so it filled it in 89 shares and 11 shares, but at the same price. Okay, that's good. All right, the battle continues, guys. All right, so RUBI. This is kind of a steeper pullback than I would normally like to see. So I'm not going to try to get in on that. This might be like an ABCD pattern or something forming, which I don't trade very well. I'm always trying to find it and I can't find it. So yeah, so for those of you just joining, I only have one trade this morning. Sometimes I have no trades. But I got a break over the whole dollar with RUBI. And so we'll see if there's anything else. AMIX, I'm going to take that off my list. HOTH looks like it's trying to make a comeback. GIPR. So VRAX might be a possibility here. I don't know. I traded VRAX the other day, and I think I had a red trade on it. I know that shouldn't influence my decision to trade now, but kind of does. And this is like, it's such a cheap stock. I feel like it's really hard for me to make anything. But, you know, I'm new. What do I know? I'm only trading with 100 shares. So I think RUBI is the one to watch for me. So this right here is the half dollar. But I don't really see anything right now. It's definitely trending back up. Maybe I'll go for a high of day breakout if it gets that high. So let's see. Let's look at. Okay, so there's definitely a window back up to that level. What happened here? 1031. There's a big gap here at 11.4. Public offering. Public offering. Okay, so I like high of day breakouts now after yesterday. So I might look for a high of day breakout if it gets that high, but the next half dollar is here. Let's see. I think that's kind of it. It's been sort of slow, guys. HOTH. Yeah. QUCY trending sideways. I'm curious what you guys are trading today. What are you guys trading today? I only have one trade so far on RUBI. However, 10 cents a share is great. My target is my stop is for a break over the whole dollar. I'm willing to risk 10 cents a share, and I'm looking to make 10 to 20 cents a share. So that to me was like awesome because I hit my minimum first target. So that was a good trade for me. Now I've got a green trade. I don't want to wreck it by getting a red trade, okay? I'm going to be cautious, look for something good. So I wonder if this is a pullback on the 5-minute. Yep. All right, so now this is the top of the bull flag here. There is a bull flag forming here. This is the top of the low candle. This would be the stop. This was a nice run up. The profit loss ratio is more than 1-to-1 here. So that's good. I usually don't trade on the 5-minute. I trade on the 1-minute, but I'm seeing it clearly. So when we go to the 1-minute, this whole thing here is the bull flag pullback on the 5-minute. I don't know. And we're about halfway through this candle. So right now it's at 8:22 and 35 seconds. So we're about halfway through this low candle here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to. So here it looks choppy. Here it looks really choppy. But here it looks very clean, right? I don't know. Seeing a lot of small orders coming through on the tape. Tape is up. Now I'm seeing selling. Okay. Look at the 1-minute. So this is the bottom of the low candle here. But I would want to see it break out over this level. Yeah, I'm not sure. So this candle keeps getting bigger. So now if I look at this, this is about 23 cents a share, and this is about 28 cents a share. So my profit target is still larger than my, if I use this for my stop. Oh, looks like it's, nope. Yeah, that's too, no, that's, yeah. Not interested anymore. At least not in that setup. It could break out. I think it's going to break out, but Look at that. I mean, that right there looks like it could be a reversal, but this is so choppy. Yeah, no, look, see, it just the risk began to outweigh. See, it dropped way too low, like it's almost to the bottom of the last move. It could pop back up, but I don't feel comfortable taking it. Oh, we have something else popping up. ENHA. Let's see. Whoops. ENHA, right? There we go. This doesn't even have 500,000 in total volume, so I wouldn't trade that yet. Also, this big red candle, I don't like that. And I don't see news. There was news yesterday, so this might be like continuation of yesterday. All right, so I'm going to take HOTH off the list, MBIO off the list, QCY off the list. VRAX, I don't know, that could make a comeback. RUBI. Yep. Nope. So, yeah. This doesn't have enough volume behind it. Look at the spread. The spread on this, 70, 570, the spread's like, for a second there, it was 7 cents. So there's just not enough volume on this and liquidity for me to be interested in that. And this is why I took off all my indicators, because I wanted to make sure I was looking at the most important fundamentals. Like, okay, INM, InMed Pharmaceuticals shares resume trade. Wait a minute, was this halted? Halt status. I wonder what kind of halt this was. Trading halts. Just kind of curious. So, I use NASDAQtrader.com. So INM, it was halted for T1, T2, and T3. So this is not a volatility halt. That's for news. That's for news. If you look up halt codes, LUDP is like or LUPD is a volatility halt. Let's see. T1 is news pending. T2 is news released. I don't see T3 on here. Oh, news and resumption times. So it had news, but I don't like halts. Okay, merger news. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And the thing is that, yeah, I don't know enough about how mergers and acquisitions affect stock. A lot of times I've seen the stock run up and then just go along a certain price. So is this the company that's doing the acquiring? They're merging, but who's acquiring who? Upon consummation of the transaction completed by the agreement, the combined entity will operate as Mentari Therapeutics and trade on the NASDAQ Capital Market under a new ticker symbol. Interesting. This is the high. I'm going to look at, Okay, so there's plenty of room for it to move. It's making a pullback. There's plenty of volume, 8 million total volume. The shares outstanding are less than 3 million. It's getting warm in here. Let me know if the air conditioner is too noisy, but it's getting too warm in here. I can't really open my windows because, well, it's past school. I have a school near my house, so there's usually like a lot of traffic in the morning. So this is a potential bull flag pullback, but so let's see, that's the top of the low candle. There we go. We're almost done with this candle. Kind of like eyeballing it. I feel like the P&L might not be worth it. It's only like, it's barely 1-to-1. Yeah, I just didn't want to get in on that. Lots of selling at 190, 186 buying, 181, 178. Yeah, it's like maybe a false breakout. Yeah, I didn't want to get in on it. I'm watching the tape. Hey, Flip Flop. Okay. So do you target, like this one, it says hard to borrow. So do you target easy to borrow stocks? Is that how you do it? Or do you just look for like low float, small cap, high volatility stocks that you know are going to make a round trip, or you think are going to make a round trip? Guys, I have not taken a break yet. I need to take a break and get more tea. So I will be back in about 5 minutes. All right. Give me 5 minutes. All right. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Get my mic on here. All right. Let's see. I have too many windows open. INM still going. All right, it hit high of day. Okay, interesting. So let's see. The whole dollar's here. High of day. ENHA, I'm going to take that off. It doesn't have enough volume. GIPR. Yeah, I'm going to take that off. It's like on the back side of the move. VRAX. I feel like this one has a ton of people trading it. I feel like that one could come back. RUBI. Eh. All right, so this is the one to watch right now. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Okay, you don't care about the float. Interesting. I was like so obsessed with the float at one point, but it just doesn't seem to matter as much as the price action and the volume. Clear history of rolling over. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, I do look for hard to borrow. I mean, it's not that I won't take a trade on an easy to borrow stock, but I try to stick to hard to borrow. Right. Got it. Yep. So it is very helpful to understand that. Thank you for explaining that. Oh, it looks like INM might be trying to make another move towards high of day. It's sort of hitting this level, this area here. It's consolidating sideways. I think it's going to try to make a break for high of day. See, it keeps tapping this level here. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Okay. I have to be clicked into the active trader window to use the hotkeys. It's kind of trading in that channel. So I'm really trying to get better at watching the tape and the level 2. Oh, I don't see any huge sellers on the ask, but oh, 190. Lots of selling at 190 and buying 192. 190. Okay. Wow. Wow, $7 a share? You have to make a killer profit. Is that per share? Or is that like the total cost? Like, is it like per lot of shares? Wow. So you have to really take that into consideration. It's almost like a commission. Got it. Wow. Thank you for explaining that, Flip Flop. That's very helpful to understand. I mean, I think it does help to understand both sides, long and short, because obviously even though I'm only trading to the long side, what you short sellers are doing matters a lot. I mean, we're watching the same stocks. So RUBI, I feel like that kind of bottomed out, but INM I think is the darling of the moment, as they say. $7 to get 100 shares. Okay, wow. Okay. So that you have to really be like looking for making a profit on that to make it worth it. So INM is continuing to pull back. I'm going to look at the 5-minute chart. So now in the 5-minute chart, this looks like the flat top breakout that I was. So on the 1 minute, it's tapping this level, tapping this level, tapping this level. It's even clearer on the 5-minute chart, right? I'm wondering if it's going to shoot up past $2. Sort of trading in this channel, consolidating sideways. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it shot up past this level, in which case then I would go for a flat top breakout. So this is the high of day level, and this is the channel that it's trading in. So there's a window up to 252. Oh, look, it's trying to bounce back up. It's just kind of bouncing between those two levels. Buying at 183, selling at 182. Oh, okay. Oh, good to hear that. Architect 9, cool handle. Yes, you can do that. You can add it. So here, the little gears, That's to show the shares, right? But here you can add that. Okay, they have all of these things you can add. I don't have everything there. To be honest, I haven't been using the hot buttons. I've been using the hot keys lately, which you have to be clicked into the active trader window to use the hotkeys. And obviously Thinkorswim has limited hotkeys compared to, you know, more advanced brokers. But if you go into application settings, you can set up all these hotkeys. Okay. It's just a little bit more limited. Like I can't do like I don't think I can set a hotkey for a bracket order with like slippage built in and, you know, all of that. But I have like the basics set up. Yeah, I have like, what I really use is just, I just use this stuff here in the active trader window, right? Cancel all, flatten now. For those of you who don't use flatten, I love that because if you set a stop and then you flatten, it cancels that order and gets you out at market, the market price, market ask, market buy. You know, I never buy on the bid, so I don't have that set up, but I sell on the bid all the time. So I use the hotkeys and then this. Yep. So you can add all that stuff to Thinkorswim. There's just like more stuff than you can do. Yeah, INM is really the only one to watch right now, but not much is happening. I was hoping that I would get a high of day breakout here. Whoops, sorry, and a flat top breakout. See, on the 5 minute, it's more obvious. Now it's a pullback. $182. I was really hoping to see it break out over this level here. In which case, then I would consider getting in. But you fight every morning with the dialog box. Yeah, I know the feeling. I did set up, so I used to use word trading scanners. They're awesome, but they're expensive. So because I'm not consistently profitable, I put that on pause, and I built some of my own scanners in Thinkorswim using ThinkScript and the various studies. I should do a video on that because I know, you know, that's really helpful. And then I also am using Zendu live on YouTube, which one of my viewers, I'm not sure which one it was, it might have been HG, I'm not sure, but one of my viewers suggested. Thank you to whoever it was. And so that's what I'm using for my scanners now, and it seems to be going just fine. You know, Warrior Trading has awesome scanners, but it was just, I can't justify the expense right now. Until I get consistently profitable, I pay for Warrior Trade, for TraderView, which is the application I use to analyze my trades. So that is the one expense I'm keeping right now. Although you can track your trades in a spreadsheet on Google, you know. This is an interesting pullback because it's not really, it's kind of, this level is acting as support. And I guess other people are looking at this level too. There's a very clear pullback on the 5 minute. I would not be surprised if this just broke out and then ran up through the high of day. That's kind of what I'm thinking might happen. I'm watching for that. I don't really see much else on the scanner. Today's been kind of quiet. I've had one trade, guys. That's it. one trade on RUBI way back here. Way back here. VRAX doing its thing. This is interesting. I feel like it's going to break out. That's what I'm waiting for. The market is just dead. It is. It's really dead today. So INM is slowly losing its volume. It's just a slow market right now. Yeah, because look at the tape. Like, that's one thing that I'm trying to get better at, which is why I took the volume bars off of my chart. I'm not doing that permanently, but I was watching the volume bars instead of watching the tape. And I wanted to start, I'm seeing the tape speed up. I'm seeing the tape speed up. 181, 182. So I'm trying to get better at watching the tape in the level 2 for those signs of the tape speeding up, more orders coming through, right? That doesn't necessarily mean bigger orders coming through, but I'm getting better at watching for the size of the orders, and which is why I've experimented with taking everything off my charts. Well, for that reason, I was looking at the bar and not looking at the tape. And so this is an experiment. I'm only looking at level 2, time and sales, and the chart. I'm sure I'll put volume bars back on at some point, and probably VWAP and maybe the 9 EMA, but right now I just really want to dial in on my tape reading and be able to see the speed of the orders coming through and the size of the orders coming through on the tape. So my goal this week is tape reading in level 2, but mostly tape reading. Yes, I purposely took them off to train myself to see the volume and the speed on the tape and the level 2, because I was just looking at the bar and I think I was not timing my entries well, because I would be like, oh, I have to see confirmation on the volume bar. Of course, total volume is important, right? But this one has 27 million total shares in volume today. But I'm trying to train my eye. And of course, I'm watching Studies in Tape Reading by Wyckoff right now. That's the book I'm reading this week. And I've already done 2 book reviews. I'm going to read a lot of trading books and do reviews on them. But, you know, of course, he says in chapter 1 that you should spend 27 hours watching tape every week, which I think is an oddly specific number, like not 26, not 28. However, I think I probably spend that amount between my live stream and the time I spend outside of my live stream watching the charts. I probably easily get to at least 25, 30 hours of tape reading a week, but not specifically tape reading, right? And so I want to be able to watch the chart, look for the volume coming through, the speed of the tape, the size of the orders, the number of orders, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, so yeah. And that is something that I think I was getting very distracted by all the indicators, and all of the other stuff on the chart was just really distracting me. So this is an experiment. It's not necessarily a permanent change. But, you know, I'm watching, and so the speed of the tape is important, but that could be deceptive if you have like a lot of orders coming through and they're all small orders, and then you have one big order coming through. So I'm trying to get my eye trained for that. And actually yesterday I didn't have my level 2 on. I was just using the tape and the chart. And honestly, the level 2 is kind of distracting, I think. Because I see a big order on the ask, and then I start thinking to myself, what is it? Like I just saw one for 11,000 pop up at the top of the ask. And then I feel like I'm struggling to catch up, and then you see them pop on and pop off, but they don't show up on the tape. So I'm kind of focused on tape reading right now. That's my goal for the week. I read this morning. I couldn't sleep, so I read chapter 2 of Studies in Tape Reading, and it's very interesting. I mean, of course, business was conducted a lot differently in 1910, but the principle stays the same. And Wayne, I don't know if you're still on the chat, but if you're still on the live stream, but one thing that you'll like, because I think you do this, if I'm not mistaken, you focus on something like something very specific. You focus on SLV a lot of the time. And that's kind of where I'm going with my possible strategy for the opening range breakout, is maybe kind of focusing on just one or two stocks and getting or ETFs or whatever, and getting really good at that. I know there are traders that make their whole game around just one or two stocks or ETFs. So I am considering that. INM. Yeah, so back in Wyckoff's day, apparently there were only like 6 big stocks that people looked at, and he actually narrowed it down to like 1. He's like, this is the only one to trade. So VRAX made a move. Look at this. But now why doesn't it say high of day here? This is high of day, right? I don't know. This is so choppy. Like, it's got tons of volume in total volume. But so now that INM broke this level, I'm kind of like, what's going on here? This topping tail is kind of concerning. Yeah, and I had, EZGO. Let's take a look. I think I was looking at that earlier, right? Oops. EZGO. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Okay. I see you, EZGO. Wow. Let's see, is there news? Well, they had a trading halt. Is this a Chinese stock? They are a Chinese stock. They are hard to borrow on Thinkorswim. And I realize it's different on every broker. Wow, that is a long topping tail. It's making a pullback, but it's a pretty deep pullback. Let's see. Okay. There's a window above that level. Okay. So this previous level of support has now become resistance on INM. Oh, this might be good for you to short. Hi, Mission. Welcome to my channel. CODX. Let's see. Whoops. CODX. Okay. So I'm curious, did you short their flip-flop? Let us know on EZGO. This is maybe too far of a pullback for me. CODX. Oh, this is like Ebola related news. That's very relevant, right? There's an outbreak right now. Yeah. Oh, you mean this red candle? I know. Yeah. So that would keep me from getting in. I was trying to look for, I was hoping to get a flat top breakout here, because if you look at the 5-minute chart, I was hoping for a break over this level, but it kind of broke under this support, and the support has now become resistance. So CODX. This is making moves, but it's very choppy. Low float. Very choppy. I don't see a clear setup for me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay. CODX is running up, but I'm not seeing a clear setup for me. This wasn't a clear bull flag pullback with all the topping tails, and I'm curious what this looks like on the daily. Oh, wow. Apparently, I looked at it before. Oh, I've traded it before. Okay. Okie dokie. Wow, this is really running up, but wow. Look at that. I'm looking for a cleaner setup. I don't want to just jump in. I could be missing micro pullbacks on the 10-second chart, but I'm going to wait for a real pullback. Because I have one green trade today, and I'm not giving it back. I'm not giving back my one green trade. That's not happening today. So I'm going to look for clean setup. Plus, if I get a red trade, I'm out for 15 minutes. So I don't want to be out for the market open. I want to look for an opening range breakout. So now it looks like that was definitely a micro pullback, but is it going to hold above that level? I don't know. Okay. I mean, it's pulling back. Selling at 19, selling at 18, 17. 22, 23. 4, 23, 22. Oh, I'm looking for a real, wow. Okay. I wonder what this looks like on the 10-second. I don't have a 10-second chart up right now. That is quite the run. $15. Well, that means that they think it's going to run up, right? So yeah, it keeps kind of dipping inside the candle and then running up further. 49. There's a dip. 40, 42, 44, 42, 41, 34. This might be the pullback. I mean, it could be a micro pullback. $0.18. Illegos, awesome. 18 cents a share. That's great. Everyone's taking profit off the table right now. They're like, we better take profit before it drops. That's great, Illegos. I'm looking for a pullback and then another run up. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a pullback and then a run up. Oh, this could be a micro pullback, but I don't know. We're halfway through this candle. Just going to look real quick at the 5-minute. Wow. It's like straight up. Oh, that might be the end of the move. We'll see. This might be a reversal with this bottom tail. New candle. So let's see what happens with the next candle. If it breaks over 215, I might get in. Yeah, that's like a whole extra step that you have to do, right? You have to find the shares first. Now this is the low candle. I don't trust it. Like if it pops over 213, then maybe, but I don't want to see a lot of buying on the tape, green on the tape. $211, $210. Now it's kind of like stuck at this level. $213, $211, $212, $213, $211. It's like kind of hovering at that level. I saw price hesitation, so I got out. So I got in. I think I sold too early. This is my chronic problem, guys. My chronic problem is selling way too early. Okay, so that was a bull flag pullback. And I saw price hesitation. And what I should have done is reset my stop to break even. And honestly, at $1, at 1 cent a share, that is pretty much break even. So and then it looked like it almost hit my entry price, which is what I'm supposed to do. And I got out near new stop. All right, so that wasn't anything to write home about, but it's a green trade. What? Your win rate on shorting is over 90%. That is clearly your thing. See, that's the thing. I think once you find your thing, right? Like you want to do that thing. There's so many ways to make money in the market. For me as a new trader, the hardest thing is trying not, like keeping myself from trying everything. All right, so that trade was kind of, you know, so I'm going to import that to TraderView while I have time. Okay. So then I go to TraderView, I import trades. Right, refresh status. Okay, so now I have 2 trades today. This one was, I'm gonna say this was a bull flag pullback. And I was only gonna risk 10 cents a share. I was keeping my stop tight. And I saw price hesitation, so I'm gonna put that there. And then I'm gonna say, I need to put something in here to show that I reset my stop. Reset stop to break even. I don't know if you know what? No, that's too much information. There's only so many things you should have in there. And then I'm going to say, full stop exit. So, okay, so, saw 1 exit indicator, reset stop to break even, sold at stop. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do with my exit indicators. I'm trying to, if I see one exit indicator and I'm trying to reset my stop to break even, and then if I see another one, I'm trying to get out of the trade. And I was lucky enough to get out of that trade green. So I have 2 green trades, barely. And that is great. This is huge progress, guys. This is progress. I've had a rough week. So that's a great, you've really found your edge, flip-flop. That's great. That's what I'm hoping to say in a few months. I'm hoping to say, I found my edge. I think it just takes time. And I noticed that when I went from trading just 1 hour a day, like the market open, the first hour, to sitting here for like 3 or 4 hours a day, my knowledge went up. When I started the live stream and started doing my daily recaps because I'm accountable to you guys, my learning went through the roof. I am so accountable now, and that has forced me to change my game. Yeah, thank you. Woohoo! This is good. So I don't want to lose that. But more importantly, I feel like I followed my process. I took things that I really would consider trading. So let's see if there's anything else. We are getting close to the market open though. So okay, yes. So yay, today 2 green trades. But I'm most excited about my process. The first one I got out at my target, and I need to change. I need to add that to here. First target exit. That's what I'm going to put, because I'm trying to track. So right now I'm tracking my setups and my exit indicators, because that is where I'm really struggling. I'm struggling to cut my losses soon enough, although I've improved on that like so much, and I'm struggling to let my winners run. So in order to let my winners run, I need to be able to work on those exit indicators. That was my goal last week on Substack. Every week I'm kind of documenting a goal, and this week my goal was watch the level 2 and the tape and the chart. But honestly, I'm looking at the tape more. All right, so I don't see anything else popping up right now, but we have 7 minutes till market open. And at the market open, I am going to switch to practicing opening range breakouts. And I am going to reduce my shares. I'll either trade like 1 or 5 or 10 shares depending on the price of the stock. If it's a high price stock, I'll only trade 1 share. If it's like a lower price stock, I might trade 10 shares, because I'm learning this setup. And I did a video on it this past weekend that'll come out, I believe, this weekend. We have a holiday weekend, so Monday's not a trading day. So I'll have a video coming out Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 7 a.m. And I did a bunch of videos last week. So let me tell you what I have coming out. Let's see, on Okay, so on Saturday, I have a video on stop loss orders because I just nailed that in. Sunday, I have a video on the opening range breakout. On Monday, I have a video on price hesitation. So I'm doing the videos partly so I can learn. Okay, they're not really teaching. It's more like I'm learning and then I'm explaining it, because if I can explain it, then I understand it. So I'm doing beginner videos on all kinds of stuff. I also did a video on RSI, the indicator, and that'll come out the following week. I'll be trading and traveling the first week in June. I'm going to Vegas. So there will be one day where I can't trade because I'll be on a flight, and then there will be 3 days where I will be trading in Vegas. So I have to get up early. I have to get up at 4 a.m., which is fine. Today I was up at 3, it's crazy. All right. So, yep. So once the bell goes off, I will switch to opening range breakouts, and I will reduce my share size. Because I'm learning that setup. So I want to reduce my exposure to the market and make sure that I'm not doing anything crazy stupid. That is my main goal in life, not to do anything crazy stupid. It's a good goal, right? Risk management in every area of my life, risk management. Okay. Yes. Yes. So when I do my recap every day, I do like a recap after every trading session and post that as well. And I go and I time in the live stream, I timestamp my trades and I watch them before I do my recap. And it's very helpful because sometimes I make a mistake and I will hear myself say on the video something that makes me realize that I saw it and I took the trade anyway. So you can't run from the video. Yeah. I can't run from my own videos. So, and then I can use the video if I want to show that, show the trade live. And yes, I've started using the videos as examples in my explainer videos. So I'm starting to have a little archive of my live trading sessions, which is really helpful. And I also, this way I can kind of see, am I making progress, you know? I mean, the P&L number is obviously the biggest, that's the goal, right? To make money. I mean, that's my whole reason for doing this, is to make money. But of course, I also want to make progress in my process. That's like the secondary thing. So yeah, the live stream has helped me a lot. And you guys have helped me so much by, you know, input and the stuff that you're watching and the stuff that you're trading. It's been eye-opening because trading can be isolating, you know? And I definitely wish I had started the live stream sooner. I was just nervous, you know? I'm like, I'm 55. Like, what am I doing live streaming? But I wish I had started it so much sooner. You know, hey, I'm 55. What am I worried about? What's the worst that can happen, right? So I wish I had started it sooner. That's my only regret, honestly. It's really hard to make mistakes in public live every day. But honestly, how else am I going to get better if I don't pressure test my strategies? I mean, what could be more pressure than doing this live? Right? Is there anything more, you know, any more pressure than that? So, yes. And I highly recommend that everybody record their sessions. Like, there's so many free apps out there that you can use to record your desktop, but I would definitely record them. And yeah. All right, we're almost there, almost to the market open. So I'm going to switch my strategy. I'm actually going to put this down to 10 shares. If I see a stock that's like higher price that I want to do the opening range breakout with, I will maybe just do 1 share. Okay, so I'm going to look first of all for a 5-minute opening range breakout. Then I'll look for a 15-minute one, and then I'll look for a 30-minute one because I'm not really sure yet what I want to focus on in terms of opening range breakouts. And I know there are different ways to set your stop. I'm going to be setting my stop pretty close to the top of the range, like right under the top of the range. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything popping up, but it's kind of, we'll see once the market opens. There'll be I'm going to switch my time frame to 5 minutes because during the market open, I generally trade off of the 1-minute chart, but now I'm going to switch to the 5-minute chart so that I can see the opening breakouts. All right. So we're in. Good luck, everybody. Oh, thanks, HG. Yeah, you've been with me for a while, and learning in public is really scary, but yeah, we're doing it together. That's the thing. I'm not teaching you guys. We're doing it together. I'm just hoping, I'm learning from you guys, and I'm hoping that by watching me make some mistakes and have a few successes, you're learning too. And hopefully, eventually I will get more consistent. Reducing my share size after some big losses last month really is helping me a lot. And I do feel like I am getting more consistent. So yeah, consistency is so important, huh? All right, so I'm gonna look and see what is popping up. So CODX still seems to be one of the movers, but there's a lot of other stuff popping up. So, and I'm going to change this today. But thanks, HG. That's very nice of you to say. All right. XPEL. And again, I'm kind of leaving it open for not just small cap, but if I see something that's mid cap or large cap, I'm not restricting myself to the size of the stock. These are things that were already on our radar, but PIII is popping up. So this could be an interesting one. Just going to put my volume up so I can hear I like to hear the sound when I buy or sell because it helps me realize whether the order went through or not. Okay. PIII has over 500,000 in total volume right now, so AMST. So yeah, I'm just experimenting, guys, with the opening range breakout. However, I really don't want a red trade because if I have a red trade, I'm out for 15 minutes. Let's see. All right. So now let's see what's going on. Well, this has large tails on either end. I think PIII might be a potential 5-minute breakout. But maybe everyone else thinks it sees it that way too. Oh, I miscalculated. See? All right, and I got slippage. So I have a red trade, so I'm out for 15 minutes. I miscalculated because I changed my share size, so I had hit my stop or almost. See, I got confused. See, this is why I'm practicing. All right, so opening range breakout. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the thing. I was all mixed up. I was thinking about the wrong stop. I didn't set a stop loss. Ugh, that was a mess. That was a mess. That's fine. Okay, so if let's see, that trade was at 9:36. So I'm out till 9:51. If I see another trade at 9:51, I can get back in. So I guess I'll be looking for 15-minute opening range breakouts. Well, that was messy. I got all flustered. All right, so I'm going to put this back on 5 minutes. Let's see, let me try SLV just to see how that's going to work. Oh yeah, that's trending down today. So this would be the opening range breakout. Do any of you trade that setup? Am I glad I reduced my share size? Because that was a mess. So I'm actually going to put my trade in to Trader View. And let's try to analyze this while. Okay, so this was opening range breakout. And what did I get in at? I didn't set my stop. So I got in at 1071. Was it PIII 1071? And so my stop should have been 1046.25. Oops. So it would have been 250, right? And so actually I got out, I saw price hesitation, and then I tried to get out. So I didn't have a full stop because my stop was, but I didn't put the stop loss. So let's see, stop violation, because I didn't do that. And price dropped. Okay, so I didn't put a stop loss order after I bought the stock, after entering. And that's the stop violation. And then I saw price hesitation. Can never spell hesitation. Hesitation, I tried to get out, break even, but I got out red. All right, I don't know if that's really inaccurate. Again, sometimes when I watch my videos afterwards, I'm like, oh, that's what I did? But that's my impression of what I did. Look at this. This would have been a great opening range breakout, but it halted. Okay. Okie dokie. CODX, another possibility. This would have been a great. This would have been a possibility for sure. I can jump back in at 9:51. I'm in timeout. And at 9:51, I'm looking for a 15-minute opening range breakout. Take that one off the list. Item. Is PIII the one I got stuck in a halt yesterday? That was awful. RUBI, silver, VRX. This seems like the obvious one to go for. CODX. How many of you do opening range breakouts? I wonder how long PIII is in halt for. So RUBI, look at that big red candle. So I'm going to take that off the table. Take this off. I don't like getting caught in halts. I don't see news either. NEOV, what's that about? Oops. NEOV. This was moving yesterday afternoon. Let me see. Well, earnings came out a couple of days ago. So now we are in the 15-minute range breakout, opening range breakout window. GIPR is up again? Let's take a look. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting. Well, we're here now. But I still can't trade for 5 more minutes. So I might have to sit on the sidelines and just watch, but that's okay. Good thing I only took 10 shares on the last one because I flubbed it completely. Maybe I'll even reduce my exposure to 1 share. We'll just do 1 share for whatever my next trade is because I'm practicing 1 share. So 1 share, I have to think in 10-cent increments. I'm looking for, you know, so this is the opening range for silver. I'm really curious about the silver. I like the idea of just getting good at one thing. But then if you don't have a trade on that one thing that day, like, what do you do? I guess you don't trade that day. But that's okay. So I'm just going to watch the tape. I've got 4 minutes before I can trade, so it's still within the opening range anyway. PIII is still halted. NEOV. GIPR. CODX. Nice. Yeah, I've found that my other setups, like the bull flag pullback and flat top breakout and high of day and all of that, I feel like they're really tough to execute the first like 30 minutes of the market. I was trying to do gap and go strategies. But that was also, I was hitting them sometimes, but I was missing more than I was hitting, you know? Okay, looks like silver might try to break out over that CODX. So if I switch to the 1 minute for these stocks, CODX one 1 minute candle is finished above, and now it's kind of looking to take some profit. But silver doesn't have a 1 minute candle finished above yet. But I think this has potential to go up. Do I have enough tea to get me through the end of my trading session? Most importantly, that's the most important part, guys. All right. I can't get in just yet. I got to wait one more minute. But I might try to get in just to see what happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I have to be clicked into the active trader window. I've got one share. I have to be disciplined. I have to wait a minute. Okay, now I'm going to set a stop at 66.70. So I'm going to go down here to the active trader window. And set a stop on my one share. Now, I can flatten the order, okay, which is how I would proceed. But I'm seeing, let's see, 67, 12. Oops, did I accidentally, wait a minute. I have to do Z. There we go. Okay, I was having a hotkey issue. All right, so I got out. So, okay, that was an ORB. And I did set my stop. Okay, I actually hit my 10-cent target, but I saw price hesitation and tried to get out, break even. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm still learning. Yes, I think once I kind of settle on something that, oh, you mean like for the small cap stuff in the pre-market? Yeah. I think I might do that for like if I'm watching two of them, and I have done that before. The alerts are good, especially for something like this where I want to keep trading it. Try to get out break even, and then so I ended up getting 7 cents a share on this. So I had a hotkey issue. I don't know what that was. Because I should have, I think it might have been because I wasn't clicked in here properly or something, but I should have been able to just flatten the order, which would have canceled the stop loss and then executed a market order at that price. Anyway, it kept going up. I'm curious what it looks like on the 5-minute. Look at that. So I think the way I'm thinking about the opening range breakout is too narrow. You know, I'm not giving these things enough room to run. You know, this should have gotten, you know, like 30 cents a share or more. Look at this. I'm learning, right? It's all about the learning, guys. So now what I'll do is I'll do a 30-minute breakout. Let me change this to 15 minutes. Okay. So I will try doing a 30-minute orb before I sign off. And yeah, I'm learning. So I set the stop like I was supposed to this time. However, I had like a weird thing going on with the keys. I was trying to go for 10 cents a share, but obviously I should be looking at broader, like I'm looking at a much bigger move, right? So I need to look at the exit indicators a little bit more broadly. And honestly, I wasn't even looking at the time and sales and the tape, which I should have been looking at both. But hey, green is good, right? So at 10 o'clock, I'll see if I can get a 30-minute opening range breakout, and then I'll sign off. Well, this is good though. I mean, I'm learning in public, right? Live streaming at 55. This is crazy. What a wild ride, you guys. Okay, so yes, I will look for something at the 30-minute mark. So this is something that INM halted. Ugh, I hate getting stuck in halts. That happened to me. Was it yesterday I got stuck in a halt? Ugh. Yuck. What I'm struggling with the opening range breakout right now is, when is it too late to get in? I have my paper journal, but I have a new one. My other one is full, so I get to use my green one now, and it matches my channel color, my forest green. Okay. Probably nobody cares about that, but I'm a girl. I care what color my journal is. Okay. So, I know, right? 14 people flip-flop. For me, that's a lot. But yeah, so but this is good. When is it too late to enter? That's definitely a question that I have, because that last trade, of course, I entered kind of late. So I'm going to get rid of this one because it's trading inside. INM, don't want to get caught in a halt. PIII, you have disappointed me too many times. And GIPR. Let's see, this is penny stock, but I would rather trade CODX if I can. But let's see what happens at 10 o'clock. So we'll take this off. Yeah, so I'll look at these three. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm just practicing the breakout with one share. But okay, so now this is the new range for silver, SLV. And this is the range. Wow, look at that in that doji. Long-legged doji, indecision, right? It closed almost exactly where it opened. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the opening range breakout. High of day is the top of the range. So here I'm just practicing this setup. This is my interesting. Okay, nothing here is popping up above. Yeah, I wonder, this is a much calmer setup than the ones I do pre-market. It's so much calmer. It's like, okay, just wait a while, see what happens. Swing trading for me feels like too much exposure, like having my money exposed overnight. But this is like a slower pace of day trading, and I like it. Got a pullback here. I mean, I'm still going to look for bull flag pullbacks, but let me see in the 1 minute. Yeah. Well, this is interesting. It's like a little flat top breakout for silver. Huh. This could be a little flat top breakout. I might hang around for a few more minutes to see if that happens. That's one of my favorites. And it would be breaking out over the 30-minute opening range. So that's interesting. It's tapping the top of the opening range. Very interesting. That's great. I like your strategy, flip-flop. Like that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, I like trading pre-market because of the time. That time frame works very well for me right now. But, you know, I want to be able to develop my game at other times of the trading day so I have more options because of travel, because of work. You know, I work some evenings, Saturdays. So I want to kind of, you know, be able to work around that. You know, other commitments. I'm all about low stress. That's why I took so many indicators off of my screen. It was stressing me out. I was like, what is going on? I was looking at the indicators and not looking at the chart or the time in sales or the level 2. I'm like, I'm missing fundamentals here. And I should be watching, I couldn't see the chart patterns. I couldn't see the forest for the trees. I had too many things on my chart. I will probably put them back at some point, but and I want to understand how all the indicators work. Like I've done videos on VWAP chop, right? 9 EMA. I just did one on RSI. You know, I want to understand all of the pieces of the puzzle. Oh, I think it might go for a opening range breakout, but also like a flat top breakout. This is interesting. Oh, there. Okay, so we have a wick, but I want to see a candle close above that level. That's the breakout. So now I'm going to set a stop here, right below. But the thing is, I'm seeing, oh, interesting. So I know people sometimes set their stop at the middle of the range. So it hit my stop. All right, so that one was opening range breakout. I set the stop, but did I set my stop too tight? That's what I need to find out. All right. Okay, guys, it is time for me to sign off. Have a great day trading. I am going to import this trade, take a break, do my recap, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. And let's keep doing on it. Flip-flop, you are living my dream life. You are literally living my dream life. Yes, that is my dream is, you know, I worked for the federal government for 17 years. All my professional career has been in finance and accounting related positions. I worked in a tax accounting firm and I had a bookkeeping business when I was young and like all of those things, all the things. But I absolutely have aspirations to make this my actual job. And I've been putting in the time. Okay. So you are giving me hope. A lot of you on this live stream and on my channel are giving me so much hope because I'm hearing you guys tell me that this is possible. Like if you can do it with enough education, persistence, work, you know, I have a strong work ethic. I'm persistent, I'm consistent with applying myself. And I think that, you know, if I keep plugging away at it, eventually it'll click. So, but anyway, have a great day, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.